Hello everyone, my name is Holly and I have just turned 17. What was the worst mistake you ever made? Did you lie to somebody? Did you set a friend up? Maybe you stole something from a store? My mistake was much worse. Watch this video to the end and find out how I gave birth long before my 18th birthday in prison. Many of my friends have overly caring folks, but my parents went too far. My father walked me to the school entrance, met me back, and didn't let me go out with the girls after school. My mother, however, was no better. She rummaged through my things, forbade me to talk on the phone for more than half an hour, and strictly watched what time I went to bed. This is what a real dictatorship looks like. Of course, I wanted adventures, at least some. I repeatedly tried to break these stupid established rules, but they always took it out on me. They didn't beat me, no, but they deprived me of my phone, internet, even my TV. I knew that sooner or later I would put an end to it, and on my 16th birthday, when my friends were allowed in for only half an hour, I firmly decided that I had to leave this family one way or another. I took the entire amount of money, which I had saved a lot for all the years of gifts for excellent grades, wrote goodbye to my parents, changed my SIM card, and rushed forward towards a cool and bright life. I never felt as high in my life as I did when I was standing at a bus stop for the first time in my life, not knowing where I was going. What was your first teenage riot like? Do you remember how you felt then? I was lucky with the route. A station chosen at random led me to a folk club, where I met a wild girl named Namju. She was looking for a friend to rent a room with her in a funky skyscraper with access to the park, and I'm like, hey, you found her! Everything went well. Namju and I moved into a huge room on the top floor of a skyscraper near the deer park. Namju loved to party and knew so many different places in our city that I didn't even know about. She introduced me to cool people. My circle of acquaintances grew wider and wider. My phone memory couldn't stand it. And then she set me up with Hank. He wasn't the weirdest of our bohemian bunch of total buggers. He even seemed to have studied and had some kind of ambition in taking care of capybaras, counting stars, the development of sex robots. To be honest, I had no idea where he went to school. He was simple and not at all arrogant. I liked him very much. How easily he got along with the people, and yet he was not an irritating buffoon or flatterer. No, he knew his own worth, and my God, those nipples through my shirt. At one of the parties, we kissed like mad. I had some experience with kissing, but not with tongues, like in kindergarten. And Hank kissed normally like an adult. I'd never thought that kissing could turn you on so quickly, and I was turned on. Let's not pretend that teenagers don't care about sex, okay? It was a beautiful night. I didn't feel any pain or shame. Hank turned me on so well, and then he stroked me so that I couldn't stand it. I suppose you can guess the consequences. I didn't feel bad, and I didn't keep a period calendar. I just had strange feelings, and then I put two and two together and went to get a test. Yes, I had this shit. That's the one. I almost went mad. I sobbed, beat against the wall, said that we urgently needed to raise money for an abortion. Namju looked at me like I was crazy and said that children should not be killed. Just take it to an orphanage when you give birth, and that's it. I didn't think it was a good idea. What the hell? I was some kind of trash that bred poverty? But the fact was that for all the horror, for all the panic that had gripped me, I was very afraid of an abortion. After consulting with Namju, we decided that I should go home to my parents. I had no idea how to break the news to them. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Sorry I ran away. I'm pregnant. Is that it? And so it happened. I got home. My mom ran to me. My dad ran to me, all in tears and snot. And I was like, I'm pregnant. Oddly enough, they didn't yell at me. Although they used to raise their voices on any occasion, but now they crouched down, were afraid, began to question me, to wail like old women, and at the General Collective Council decided not to let me go anywhere to protect, nourish, cherish, and let me give birth. I was very moved at that moment, and I knew that I would not leave Pa and Ma anymore, because they hadn't left me. I thought they'd curse me when I got back, but nothing of the kind happened, even though my phone and internet were taken away from me. I left Namju my address, and she came to visit me. Besides TV, it was the only entertainment I had during my pregnancy. She could cheer me up, but she often talked about parties, and to be honest, I wanted to howl at the news. I don't like to stay at home. Yes, as soon as I got out, I did something stupid. But damn it, couldn't I get to the middle? Namju subtly hinted to me that she could help me get out of the garden window, take me to her room for a while, and then bring me home. At first I hesitated. I had enough adventures. But then, tell me, did you break your promise to your parents? Only honestly? So I decided that I could afford to drink soda at a party and nothing would happen to me. Namju really helped me out of the garden window in the evening, and then she took me by taxi to the park. I almost cried with joy. God, how I missed it all. Hank's presence was a little dampening, but I didn't care anymore. All the more reason I was going to give up on the baby. I, of course, didn't drink a drop. Even though I didn't want my child, I was not some bitch who would poison him. I just took a glass of Coke and the police came to us. At first, we didn't understand what had happened. Namju tried to talk with them, saying that we had a pregnant woman in the company. She was silenced by the fact that she was supplying alcohol to minors, including a pregnant woman. I just didn't know what to say or how to react to it. I begged not to take me, but no one listened to me. They put me in a separate cell, and I started calling my parents. Good luck to them, I thought, because my parents turned off the sound at night. And then I realized that I needed luck because it meant that no one would take me. I started crying, and Namju shoved me a sweater and I sat on it in the corner. All of a sudden, I felt bad. Very bad. Not like when you're sick after a party, but like it started. The kids were shouting from their cells, asking questions. I couldn't stand it and shouted out loud. I couldn't stand the pain. Everyone around me started running, yelling, calling for the doctor, calling for the guard, calling for help. Finally, the doctor on duty came running. I was no longer able to get to the hospital, and I had to deliver a baby on the spot. The baby was stuck. It couldn't be turned the right way, and I could feel it in every cell of my skin. I was given painkillers, but I was in too much pain to be fully affected by them. But I survived. How? I don't understand. When the baby was taken out of me, I was exhausted and broken. Namju told me that I seemed to say at that moment, "That's it, I'm going to sleep," and then fell into a dream. I'm willing to believe it because I don't remember anything about that moment at all. I woke up in the hospital. My parents came to see me. The police, the guardianship authorities, in general, almost the entire population of the earth crowded into my small room. They asked me, "Holly, you're going to raise your child, aren't you? Or do you want to give him away? What will be your next decision?" And I don't know what to say. I was led to a transport box where a baby was wrapped in a bottoms bodysuit and sliders. I was not moved by this picture. I just wondered what he was like. I tried to imagine myself with this baby, dragging a stroller, not sleeping at night because of the baby's screams, and I, oddly enough, succeeded. Yes, I quite saw myself in this role. But did that mean I was really ready? And the answer was expected from me here and now. What should I tell them? Let's try it. Anyway, it all turned out to be much more difficult than I expected. I was looked after by the guardianship authorities as a minor mother. If someone felt bad, me or my daughter, they would find Becky a new family. But so far, we managed. And I'm not looking for new adventures yet. What do you say? Subscribe to our channel and like the video so that other viewers will see it. and let only pleasant surprises happen to you.